young rabbit was getting ready for winter. He gathered up some branches and twigs and was just about to start building his winter shelter when a family of field mice scurried by. "Hey, little rabbit," said the mother mouse. "Why don't you come play with us instead?" And the little rabbit, well, he really wanted to, but he knew that he needed to finish his shelter before the first snowstorm hit. So he politely declined and went back to gathering materials. The rabbit worked diligently, gathering up leaves and sticks and anything else he thought would be useful in his shelter. But every time he got close to finishing, something else caught his eye and he'd start a new project, like a cozy little nest in a hollow log or a warm little house out of some dried leaves. Meanwhile, the snow began to fall and the little rabbit looked up to see the sky had turned a dark gray. The first snowstorm of winter was here and he still didn't have a shelter. He ran over to the field mouse hole and knocked on the door. Please let me come in," he begged. "It's too cold out here." The mother mouse opened the door a crack and peeked out. "You should have finished your shelter a long time ago," she said. "But since you didn't, you'll just have to do the best you can out here on your own." She closed the door and the little rabbit was left out in the cold. He curled up in a ball and tried to make the best of it, but it was no use. He was too cold. He slowly began to lose hope. Just then, an owl flew down from a tree and perched on a nearby fence post. "What's wrong, little rabbit?" she asked. The little rabbit explained his situation, and the owl, seeing that he was in big trouble, offered him a spot in her tree hollow. The little rabbit was so grateful. He thanked the owl and snuggled up to her other tree hollow mates. They were all very friendly, and the little rabbit felt like he'd made new friends. In the morning, the snow had stopped and the sun was shining. The little rabbit thanked the owl for letting him stay in her tree hollow and started out to find his own shelter. All that snow had made everything look sparkly and new. The little rabbit hopped along, feeling happy and warm inside. He found a cozy little nook under a bush and decided that this would be his home until the next snowstorm. From then on, whenever a snowstorm was coming, he would gather up some extra leaves and branches and store them in his little nook. And so the little rabbit learned that even though it's important to be prepared, it's also important to be kind to others.